I'm Cindy Ramdwar, Cyndramdwar.
I'm Jonathan Ramdwar, JONATHAN
We're from the Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Binoy.
Well, he has a heart condition. What we did this time is a BT shunt was installed into the heart.
Okay. And what is your son's name?
Ross Ramdwar.
Well, at first, we were a bit unsure because we've never been to the Cayman Islands and we know it's a small island. But then, we do our own research online and then we kind of, figured out that it's a little more than what we thought. So it was pretty impressive. And once we got here,
It got better.
Yeah.
How was the experience interacting with the local representatives? And what did you think about, well, patient ESCO would not apply to you, but how was the experience interacting with the local representative of LCT, like myself?
Well, the local representative, Matthew Sami, his contact was given to me, and before I could actually call him, he called me and basically clarified everything, all our questions. We spoke at length and he gave us all the information we needed, and we were satisfied with everything he told us over the phone, so we were quite relieved from that point.
Yeah, and he also, he followed up right through the end. So organizing even our flights back, even meeting with the doctors, anything we needed along the way, he made sure and got it done for us.
He was checking on us regularly,
Yeah.
in person and via phone.
Even asking us if we needed any items like from the grocery and stuff like that.
Very
So
helpful.
very nice guy.
What was your first impression when you actually arrived at the facility?
Well, when we arrived, I was actually in the ambulance with Ross, and immediately they just took him and was in control, and I felt like there was nothing to worry about anymore. They were very professional, very efficient, and I was just happy to finally reach here to do what we came to do.
Yeah, and the agent here as well came and met us, and they introduced themselves, and then they moved them from the emergency to the ward and then into the ICU, so everything was very smooth.
So you all came via air ambulance?
Yes.
Yes, we came by ambulance.
We could only imagine how harrowing the experience might have been coming in, not knowing what was going to happen.
Oh, correct.
And, in terms of the transition from coming into the ambulance to meeting with the staff and the whole process getting here, you felt relieved when it is that you felt a sense of calmness leaving Trinidad and landing here?
Yeah, so the process getting here, we were in Trinidad for 2 months with him, awaiting the surgery and the flights to get here. And once everything was finalized and we, came through with it, it was smooth sailing from then on.
In terms of the doctors, what do you think about the doctors based on your interactions with them, like Dr. Binoy, Dr. Shripad, and others? But you could.
Well, in general, I would say all the doctors are very nice.
When we first reached, they spoke to us.
Yeah, when they first reached, they introduced themselves. They were very nice. But especially Dr. Binoy, he was one of the nicest men I ever met in my life. Because some of the other doctors, even back home, were giving us one story as to how Ross procedures would have to go. But after meeting Dr. Binoy, we felt a whole relief.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal. Even yesterday, I spoke to him and I told him he's a real nice guy. And
They answered all questions before we asked.
yeah, correct. So
very efficient.
feel very comfortable.
So in terms of the explanation, you felt satisfied with?
Fully satisfied.
For sure. Well, we were very worried, to be honest, because we have a son as well that's 2.5 years old home.
Right.
So we worried about this one, obviously. And like I said, we're getting different stories from home with the different doctors. But when we met with this Dr. Binoy, we came home smiling.
Yeah, basically.
So in your opinion, the doctors here are very genuine in terms of their caring for not only the patient but the family?
Yes, the doctors are very genuine. They you know, even now after we've been out, and we're walking in the corridors in the hospital, still the nurses and doctors will still pass and ask how he's doing.
And not only ask, they would want to hold him.
They hold him,
They
and
hold
they
him
come and
and-
they ask how he's going.
Yeah.
You know,
Even the food court, everything. So
Yeah.
they're very nice, genuine.
follow up, good follow up, makes you feel good.
In terms of your accommodation and the cleanliness of the environment and the facility, what do you think about the accommodation that you?
I think it was quite blow mind actually. I never felt like I was in a hospital, and the room for one very spacious, and having a baby you want to be very comfortable, and here provided exactly that.
So it's essentially a home away from home. the
Exactly,
experience?
exactly.
I would
Home
say
away
so,
from home
yes.
for sure.
Yeah, well, her especially, she doesn't like anything. Every minute is hand sanitizer, but even here,
Yeah,
she was barefoot in the hospital, in the room, in the ward.
yeah. They clean your rooms twice a day.
Yeah, very, like in a
very
hotel. It's like a
relaxing,
hotel.
comfortable.
It's like a 5-star hotel, not like a hospital at all.
I can't see it being any. Like I don't know how to say it could improve it. Like it's that good.
Mhm.
In terms of other hospitals that you've been to, how would Health City stack up?
Well, thankfully we haven't been to many hospitals, but
And yeah, the cleanliness for one.
definitely above the rest.
Yeah, the cleanliness for one is a major thing, as well as you can see that everyone here is much more responsible. So like back home it's maybe a little more laid back with the nurses and everything, but here they don't make joke,
Yeah.
you know.
In terms of the Cayman Islands as a destination for families seeking medical attention, would you recommend the Cayman Islands to others back home?
Yeah, so families seeking medical attention in Cayman Islands, I will definitely say don't hesitate. I'll come back. I mean, we have to come back for a second procedure, but even before coming here, friends and family were like, how come the Cayman and not the States?
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't been to the States, but I don't need to go. I'm pretty comfortable here, so.
No, we've been to the States for vacation,
Well,
but not a hospital.
not for medical purposes. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you had a couple of questions because I know there were some concerns when you originally heard you were coming to Health City. So what would you, knowing what you know now, what would you tell yourself 3 weeks ago?
Don't worry. Don't question it.
Yeah.
You're safe. You're in good hands.
No, same thing. Like everyone back home, not much people know about the health facilities here.
Yeah.
So everybody
And
is
it's not
like,
a-
what
it's-
about the States? How about, why
It's
not
not
going
just
to
a
the States?
vacation. You're here for very serious reasons, and we couldn't be more relaxed and feel that we're in the right place and everything. We're just heading up in an upward direction.
Yeah. And the population here is not very much, but to see the amount of people in the hospital itself goes to show that it's a very good hospital.
Yeah.
There's even people, I see people from all over the world in this hospital here, and definitely they have healthcare in their islands and their countries.
So just going off script, so as we just
Sure.
go in, because I wanted to be as natural as possible. So in your opinion, the doctors made you comfortable and the environment added to that experience?
Yes, everything as one, because it's a health city, and I know that they want to provide everything for you in one place, like a city. So the experience here has been great. I know when we come back that it will be even better, so just good things to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of Health City being right here in the Caribbean, or where you have visa-free travel at prices that are a fraction of the cost in the USA and what have you, what it is, how do you feel knowing that you don't have to go far for a super specialty hospital to take care of your most precious loved ones?
Well, it's definitely good to know, for sure.
Well, when we're given the option to either go to the States or
Sorry? Sorry, can you start that again?
when we were given the option to go either to the States or to the Cayman Islands, I forget the question.
That's all right. Don't worry. It don't take one, take two.
I like where you're going with that, though.
Yeah.
Why, I was going to ask you why you chose this place. I know you came here, but
With visa,
what-
your
yeah.
visa thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when we were given the option to either go to the States or the Cayman Islands, I for one had to renew my visa, and Ross did not have his visa as well. But the fact that we came here and we didn't need to worry about that is a relief by itself. So we're better than the Caribbean to get your healthcare. You know where we're from, so it was very relaxing,
And
very
then-
enjoyable.
And then knowing that you don't have to pack the clothes different from what you're familiar with at all.
Correct.
Exactly.
No additional clothes. We
Yeah.
don't have to go and buy anything different.
No sweaters or anything like that.
Yeah. Normal Caribbean
Weather.
wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you usually tell people you walk on the plane in a short pants, walk off on a short pants.
Correct.
Correct.
You just feel like it's like a vacation, but you know you just have other things to consider. But
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that is
And would you agree that the staff, they focus on not only the patient but the loved ones that travel with the
well,
patient?
yes, for sure. The staff did not only pay mind to us; they were very concerned about our well-being, and Kayla as well as Matthew, as we said, and the nurses, everyone else was constantly, caring about our needs and always asking us if there was anything they could help us with. So
Yeah.
definitely,
And very friendly when they see you passing in the hallways, when the food court, they will say hi and ensure that you're okay
yeah.
and give you an update on your son as well.
So we
'cause-
felt as the parents that we were taken care of as well.
yeah.
And in terms of the food at the restaurant,
Very good. Everything was very good. It's good service. Food tasted.
Cafeteria is very clean.
Yeah. The
Good
only problem
selection
is
of foods,
yeah.
for even people who from far, you could still come and feel like you can get what you like, your taste and your
Yeah.
likes.
They have 2 or 3 different styles of buffet every day.
Yeah.
And just gets
And very quick. I mean, you don't have to wait 10 minutes most for a meal.
yeah.
So very impressive.
and in terms of being away from home, I know you would be homesick, but your apartment would have had utensils that
Yeah.
if you need a room.
Yes.
It has everything. We didn't come here to cook, but there's everything.
We had the option of, buying our own groceries, cooking our own meals. So that was
Yeah,
a
the
good option as
apartment
well.
has everything that you would need.
Yeah. So you feel like you are free to do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even a coffee machine.
Yeah.
In terms of, you all got a chance to go around the island?
Yeah, we
Um,
did. We actually have one of our cousins live here, so he basically took us out almost every day.
But then they have the service with the bus that comes on a Saturday and takes you to town or to the savannah. Very convenient. You have an hour to shop, and everything's on time. It works out really well. So you're not just stuck here. You still go out and experience Cayman.
So you'd say that, from what you've seen, there's a lot to do on the island while you're here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, for
We've been
sure.
here for about 3 weeks and we still haven't done everything. Like I say, we've been out almost every day.
Cayman has a lot to offer for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff we didn't know about Cayman that we learned about.
Mhm.
And well, I just asked some questions about the life fund because, just to give them feedback.
Mhm.
In terms of, prior to interacting with the life fund, what was your thought about? Because you would have probably heard about it.
Well, prior to Life Fund, there was a lot of research that I did. I felt very hopeless. I felt like I had to do everything for myself. It was a huge burden to think that we had to find the finances to be able to come here.
And that's the biggest thing, the
It's,
finances of it
And
itself.
once Life Fund was approved, we were smiling, for sure.
But not only that, remember, Life Fund is a government agency, and these government agencies are not always very efficient.
Or reliable.
But to see that how efficient they were, as simple thing like getting through to them on the phone, and then with them following up and actually getting it approved so fast. It was approved faster than I take a loan back home for $10,000. you know,
So the
so
hassle really wasn't on us.
correct.
They basically took over all our worries.
Anybody in particular, that,
Um,
that you
Mainly
know that
Miss
Miss Alexander
Alexander.
and Vashni were both very
Yeah.
helpful at Life Fund. And
Mainly
very easy
those
to
two.
talk to.
Yeah.
No hesitation to call. I felt like they were
Yeah.
always willing to help.
Very comfortable talking to them. Even on weekends we called them because they gave us our cell number,
Mhm.
and that was very good.
Anything you'd want to say to them?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mrs.
thanks.
Alexander and Vashni, for your help and for basically
Seeing it through.
seeing our baby boy through.
Mhm.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to add in? Based on your experience as a family. I mean, Jonathan took the opportunity to come with you all. Not all the time you have the parents come together, but you had that support there as well. Anything else that you all
Yeah,
want?
so the air ambulance to Cayman Islands allowed both my husband and I to travel with our son. And that alone was a relief for me instead of having to travel alone. And once we got here, he was with me right through. We were able to be accommodated together. So when we have to return in 6 months, I have no worries.
Yeah, everything was,
Very up to par.
yeah, and everything was worry free. Like the tough stuff that I was worried about happened well. So I was worried about getting here. I was able to come on the ambulance. I'm also worried about flying back together. I was able to get on the same flight, all because of yourself and same Miss Alexander. So, I mean, again, not knowing, coming to Cayman Islands, a country that you don't know, it was a little worried,
Yeah.
dependent on these individuals.
Felt
But
like you had family on your side,
yeah,
you know? So
I mean, you always say that the overall experience with staff make the whole travel process very easy,
yeah,
especially coming from abroad. So a lot of people, I mean, you'd find that if they have an issue with a family member or a loved one, you tend to worry. Just having to do surgery home alone, and when you find out it can't be done locally, it puts even more stress. But in
Yes.
terms of the staff, you'd say the staff and everybody you interacted with made the process seamless and stress-free and worry-free.
yes, for sure, because
Mhm.
we had the option of doing his surgery locally, and then that did not pull through, so we had to end up going abroad. But once that was our only option, going through Life Fund and with the help of Matthew Sami and
Miss Alexander.
Miss Alexander from Life Fund, I did not have to call or worry about anything. Every time I called, she was always one step ahead, and everything was in place already. So the whole
Mhm.
process to get here, there's no worry at all. Everything will happen smooth, and you will reach here.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else? Anything else you want to add?
I would definitely recommend coming to Health City.
Yes, compare with the same thing with the finances, because sometimes you may not be able to get through with funding from the government, like I said. So, and it's much cheaper than the States. And like I said, we didn't have any medical done in the States, but from what we've seen here, there's no need for us to see the States.
And I would encourage people, friends and family back home to do their research, find out about the facility because it's excellent.
Yeah, we would definitely spread the word as well,
Yes.
now that we know.
Firsthand.
Exactly, especially all the people who only say in Cayman Islands, Cayman
Yeah,
Islands,
yeah.
Cayman Islands. So,
Very impressed.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah?
Not just because we're on camera.
Excellent.
They didn't pay us to say that.
Yeah.
I recorded that.
I don't
too.
think we can afford to.
Yeah.
You on camera?
Let him on you on.
Do we see anything?
You can actually just introduce him.
Yeah, this
That
is
is it.
Ross. This is baby
There's the
Ross.
man of the hour.
Our little heart warrior.
How does he look now compared to so I didn't understand it was actually an ambulance. You had to come here. It was a rush. To
Yeah,
come
it
here?
was an emergency.
Yeah.
ambulance.
It was an emergency,
Okay.
but he was very good. Before, during, and after surgery, he's been recovering really well. Dr. Binoy, the nurses, everyone, good recovery process here. Definitely, they ensure that you know you know how to care for baby
Yeah.
before they allow you to go home.
He's got lots of energy. How would you explain his coloring and attitude, like before and after the surgery?
Well, he was given a little bit of trouble to feed initially before surgery, but he's like any other baby right now. You wouldn't even know he's had heart surgery.
Yeah.
So he's good.
He had a lot
coloring.
of swelling as well before.
Yes, and everything.
All
is
that
good.
went down.
Physically, he looks really well.
Yeah.
Hold on there for a second. We'll come get another shot.
So for one thing that I really liked,
Yeah.
in ICU,
Yeah.
they tried to like not put him through a lot of pain, so everything was, you know, very easy for him. I would say. And the nurses in ICU are at his bedside 24/7. Every time we're in there, there's a nurse right at the foot of his bed. So we knew he was in good hands. We didn't have to worry every time we had to leave.
Hey. Okay. Feeling better?
We know he has a good shot at life.
Ah. Very cute. Hands. Hey, hi. You're on camera.
Alright.
Alright. And the white on the road too. Where the body battery thing? Where the body battery? Alright. What's that?
Alright, so. Two birds with one stone, and I get the guy with the blue.
Alright, so just give the bills for me. You don't contact with that?